Hello, YouTube. I'm back. This is the second part of the segment that cut off earlier, where I was speaking that I had doing some spring cleaning and found a dream that I've written down 3 years ago as of this day in this month. It was on March the 9th, 2022, when it was like the second week I reached back to the state of Texas, driving straight from Florida. Okay, and I wrote this dream down. It was 11:03 a.m. when I had awakened and started writing. What I was starting to say when it cut off on the first segment, which you have seen, is my divine destiny. I declare no evil forces that come against me in this earthly realm will take it away. I declare that every work of the enemy be blocked, bind, and destroyed out of my life. So it be, in Christ's name. Okay, let's get on to my dream. My dream I had last night as I slept. I was in a place putting in a lot of work and energy until I felt very depleted of energy and weak, and my stomach was having stabbing pains of hunger. In this place was my brother, my sibling, supposed to be my sibling brother, closest to me. He's a year older than me. He was there in this place, appearing to be putting in some of the same amount of work as well. And there was another person there as well, a person I've never seen before. I didn't know who he was. Really wasn't quite visibly shown himself in my dream, but I did recognize it was a white man on the other side of me in the shadows, appearing to put in some work as well. Not the same. He was putting in some work as well. In my dream, I was the only one voicing my mind on being hungry and needing some food to eat to gain my strength. While I spoke, my brother and the white man said nothing. They just stayed silent. But their body language was saying to me to go ahead and get something to eat, and we will wait till you do so. So I seen two more people all of a sudden come into the room. I'm sorry, I gotta flip pages. Yeah, there were two other people come into the room. And then suddenly I seen a long row in front of me of beautiful, juicy, green, seedless grapes and purple grapes. They were plumped and luscious. So I reached and pulled two of the large green, juicy grapes to eat them. And my brother said, "Are you going to buy them?" Well, I got kind of weird. It became kind of weird because all the time I was speaking about being hungry and depleted and getting something to eat, He and the other person never said anything. They just remained silent and kept moving robotically like they were working. The two other people who I had seen that was placing the large row, was a large, long row of beautiful, juicy green and purple grapes. And I believed it was for us to buy to eat. And it was a man and a woman of the West Indian descent, India. The Indian man told the woman to charge me for the 2 grapes. And then he left. He disappeared out of my dream. So now I was standing in front of the woman, still on the other side of the large row of beautiful grapes, within reach of me to getting as many as I wish to have. The Indian woman said to me, "That will be $5. I knew in my purse, my wallet, all I had to myself was $11. I had 2 $5 bills and $1 bill. And it was $1 bill in my purse. I have to find the pages. I had so many pages that I had written to continue writing the dream. So she said it will be $5. And so I got angry. And I was shocked at the amount she was asking for 2 grapes. And I pulled one of the $5 bills out of my purse and I tossed it over to her. And I said, "It is too much. You're asking for just 2 grapes." Then I started to leave, angry. And I turned around. And I picked up a large cluster of green, juicy grapes and said, "Now, this is $5 worth of grapes." And I began to eat them all. So my pain in my stomach was going away. Right then I felt less angry and more in my power then, regaining my energy. Then I took the last $5 bill and the $1 bill from my purse and tossed it over towards her hands. And I picked up a small cluster of green grapes and a large cluster full of purple grapes. And I left to go eat them for my lunch. Now, in my dream, the whole time, I was dealing with the Indian woman, my brother, and the white man said nothing about the cost she was charging me. They didn't try to stick up for me. It was like they was acting as if I was having no problem. And they never showed any interest in the whole situation, or did they say a word. As I finished eating and started feeling better, the whole energy that I felt from my brother and the other man there was not like in agreement with me. It's like my spirit was showing me something, but yet I still didn't pick it up. So I returned back to the room where my brother and the white man was still there getting they were not working when I returned. They were putting their things together to leave. I noticed the white man had a big white bucket of grapes. I said, "How much did that cost you?" He looked at the bucket of grapes and said, "Oh, I didn't pay for them. And your brother didn't pay for his either." So I looked over where my brother was getting his things together. He had a big white bucket of grapes. And he was ignoring me like I wasn't even there until he said, "It wasn't right for them to make you pay, because I knew the whole time, even before she charged you. And the white man knew even before they charged you anything. We was going to, before they made you pay, because I knew, and the white man knew, we were going to get all the ones they didn't sell to take with us." So I looked at my brother and said, "Is that why you did not even say anything to me, your own sister? Because you knew you would get them anyway? And you wanted the white man to get them? The ones you didn't get were left? You two split them together. Then you two split them together than to your own sister." Then I felt like the grapes, when they were brought there, was already all mine. The money I gave the Indian woman and man was their pay for bringing them. My brother knew beforehand they was coming. The white man knew they were coming, and that's why he came to meet him, to get some, because I wasn't aware of what they was brought there for. I woke up from my dream. When I finished thanking God for his grace and mercy, I began to get out of bed and think about the dream I just had. Then the thought of Joshua and the other spies bringing back the huge grapes from the land God promised the children of Israel after they wandered in the wilderness for 40 years. That's the end of my dream. When I woke up, I started thinking about it, but what came to me was, as I said, in Joshua, where the spies went to spy the land of Canaan, and they came back with the huge grapes, cluster of grapes. And the children of Israel refused to take Canaan because of the large giants and the people that were there. But now, as I speak to you and I shared that dream with you, this was 3 years ago, this same month, March the 9th, 2022, I had this dream. Just out of nowhere, I was sleeping, trying to get some rest. This dream came. I wrote it down. I was feeling like, just like my brother was acting as if I was a alien, and like he never cared or loved me. That's the way I felt. The other white man, an older man, white man, did not know who he was. Never seen him before in my life. My brother was pretending as if he did not know who the man was. But yet he did know who the man was. The grapes, the large, long row, 2 long, large row of grapes, plush, juicious, and luscious. Green grapes, purple grapes, 2 rows right in front of me. Was known to my brother. That was my destiny. That is my destiny. That's my inheritance. My inheritance. I was shown in a dream who, what, when, how, and where the enemy, my own family. You see, the brother that I'm speaking about, he's trying to step in to be the patriarch of my family, what's left of the siblings. I say my family, but as I came to Houston area from West Texas 2 years later, a year later, around them, that's when I realized I did not know these people. They were still in the same low vibrational state of being that they were when I left. With the God complex, pretending to be in a certain level of things, and treating me as if I never existed. Who was I? Where did I come from? My sibling, the sister's younger than me, referred to me in a heated argument I was having with her. Or a heated disagreement, I wouldn't say an argument. A heated disagreement. She referred to me as a child. At that time, looking at her in her eye, I knew, I don't know who this person is. This is not any person that I have grown up with and been around. All I seen was a hollow tomb. Someone whose mouth was moving, tongue was wagging, but it was hollow. Had no love. And very, very, very dangerous. So I want to share that dream with you. Spirit had brought to me, to my attention and to my knowledge and to my spiritual growth, that this dream is now, the revelation is being revealed. And also, all those who participated against Chosen One are being given the karma in the year of the Lord. So thank you, Divine Collective Souls, for listening and hanging in here with me. I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. I'm wishing everyone peace, love, and light of Christ conscious living.